For the past year, I've been doing a show 3 days a week. And over the history of the show, we've tried various schedules, everything from once a week to 3 times a week. I think we even did 5 times a week at one point. But in this season of life, I've realized that it's time to adjust how we do things. And I wouldn't call it scaling back so much as scaling in a more focused way. Just elephant in the room. I absolutely love doing the show. I love connecting with you guys multiple times a week, but I want to ensure that each episode is high quality and truly valuable rather than just pumping out content for the sake of quantity. We see that everywhere, and it becomes white noise. And I want to be a reason you listen to the Brian Nichols Show. I don't want you just to be like, oh my gosh, another episode. And by the way, just being completely honest, I simply just don't have the bandwidth to keep up doing 3 episodes every single week anymore. So here's the big announcement. Starting next week, every Thursday, we will have the Brian Nichols Show air, but we will be moving from 3 episodes a week to just once per week. So once a week, not an easy decision, but right now I believe it's the right one based on where we are right now as a show, where I am personally, professionally. There's a lot going on behind the scenes. So if you're wondering about where to find me going forward, nothing is really changing on that front at all, right? We're going to continue doing a weekly episode that's going to air all on the same platforms and channels as before. So podcasts over on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube Music, wherever it is you consume your podcast content. For the video version of the show, YouTube, Rumble, X, Facebook. The only thing that's changing is we're going to be airing it every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern live. And then for the Lions of Liberty, I'm still part of the Lions of Liberty network. So if you want to go ahead and check me out over there, plus the other phenomenal Lions in Brian McWilliams, Lou Perez, and John Odermatt, hit subscribe and you'll get way more libertarian content than over here where you're going to get a conglomeration. We might be talking politics one week, we might be talking sales and business the next. But really, the whole goal of the Brian Nichols Show has been to leave you educated, enlightened, and informed, right? And with this new weekly episode schedule, that's my vision, is to make every episode really count. I'm going to take advantage of that extra time and breathing room by maybe going a little bit more long form. Instead of a 30-minute episode, maybe we're going to go hour and a half. You can expect we're going to do some more in-depth conversations with guests, right? I want to give you more meat and potatoes instead of very quick and digestible episodes that they just kind of leave you wanting more. And what I might even do for you folks who prefer the shorter episodes, take the big episode, maybe we'll break it into some smaller, more digestible episodes for you to have during the week. We'll air them on the same channels, but it's going to be all a part of that bigger long form episode. So we're going to play around with some ideas, but really the idea being, I want to make sure that I'm putting as much into each episode and not feeling I have to just go and get more out. Because by the way, there's a lot more behind the scenes and actually producing the episodes versus just doing the interview. You're trying to stay sharp, whether it's for work, learning, or just not forgetting where you left your keys. Been there. But lately, the mental fog hits hard. And brain fog isn't just stress. It's often tied to poor blood flow and low nitric oxide levels because your brain needs oxygen just as much as your other muscles do. Because without it, you're slower to process, less focused, and more fatigued. And that's one of the many reasons why I trust Cardio Miracle. Not only does it boost nitric oxide for heart and circulation, it supports cognitive clarity, focus, and even mood regulation thanks to its unique blend of L-arginine, CoQ10, vitamin D3, and antioxidant-rich superfoods. So if you're tired of feeling mentally cloudy, give your brain what it's craving. Click the link in the show notes, scan that little QR code over my shoulder, or head to cardiomiracle.com/TBNS, which will give you 15% off your order. Just look for the little note on the website saying you're shopping with Brian Nichols. One more time, that's cardiomiracle.com/TBNS. And now, let's get back to the show. It's the time actually posting the episodes, editing the episodes, scheduling the episodes, multiple platforms. It's a lot. So being able to spend more time into one specific episode, I think will not only be less of the admin bandwidth on me, but more of me being able to do what I like to do. And that is have conversations with folks and dig into more topics in length. Now, I understand for some folks, this might be a big change. Brian, I've enjoyed you 3 times a week. What the heck? I'm going to reassure you. Listen, everything aside from this schedule change, everything else about the show is going to remain the same. Still sticking to the mission of bringing insightful conversations on the issues you care about, right? Like I said, it could be politics one week, culture, business, how to sell Liberty. I'm still going to be here with the same energy. I'm going to be here with the same dedication, and I'm still going to be bringing on great guests, asking interesting questions, sometimes tough questions, and just like always, the show will continue to be focusing on bringing folks from all walks of life, folks we agree with, folks we disagree with, because that's how you are able to have a productive dialogue in today's world. So, in short, think of this as just a minor tweak here in 2026. Not as much of what the content is, but rather the length of the content and when you're going to get it. So yes, every Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern, set your calendar. I guarantee you're going to have an episode for sure, at least every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern. The core of the show, like I said, is not changing at all. And ultimately, the whole idea of the change is to be more strategic with my time and energy. By doing one episode a week, I can now prioritize what truly matters. I can focus on making that one episode as impactful and as juicy as possible. It's my great-grandpa's old work smarter, not harder, stupid approach, rather than just stretching myself out thin just to crank out 3 episodes per week. We're going to concentrate efforts way more on one solid, high-value episode per week. And by the way, in short, this move is a strategic move to help better prioritize and focus on what's going to serve you, the audience, best, right? I want you to be able to have the Brian Nichols Show as a platform for quality content that you're going to be able to look forward to, get more out of it. And I think this new schedule, it's going to help us get exactly that. So I am genuinely excited about the new direction for the show. And I know change might be difficult, and for some folks, maybe a surprise, but I really believe that this change is going to help for everybody. It's going to make it better across the board for you, for me, for the guests. Like, we're going to have longer form conversation. So with all that being said, as always, I want to thank you for always being a part of this journey with me, and your support, right? Your feedback, that means the world to me. And that's frankly a big reason why we're doing the changes, but also why I'm so passionate to keep doing the show. Like, you guys know my life. I'm busy, right? I have the day job. I have some consulting stuff I do on the side. I have I have a family that's growing. I have a lot of stuff with podcasting. I have the Brian Nichols Show. I have Lions of Liberty. We do another show called Politics, Ticks, talking about the bloodsuckers over in Washington, over in the Lions of Liberty feed. So make sure you hit subscribe. I have another podcast called CX Without the BS in the greater customer experience, unified communication contact center space. Just all over the place, right? Very busy, very, very busy. So being able to work smarter, not harder, is going to give a much better product for you and give me a little bit more sanity back. So with that being said, starting next week, get ready for our once a week schedule. With that being said, I hope you will tune in to that first weekly episode and experience the added depth, the quality that you are looking for. I just want to thank you for understanding and for coming along as we make this pivot. And I want to make sure you understand I am thrilled to continue delivering value to you now on a slightly different, but I would say a hopefully even better cadence. So stay tuned. Be on the lookout for the next episode, our first under this brand new schedule, both here on the Brian Nichols Show as well as the Lions of Liberty. And as always, you can find me over on X, Facebook, and Instagram at B Nichols Liberty. But with that being said, until next time, Brian Nichols signing off here on the Brian Nichols Show. Until next week. There we go. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for listening to the Brian Nichols Show. Find more episodes at briannicholsshow.com.